Okay, this will be a challenging one. Hopefully we can make it look really nice. Silly scanner making noises again. This user interface is a pain. Don't know how this one's going to look. To tell you the truth, it's going to be possibly a challenging one. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here, let's just show you the front. Traditional Balinese massage. I hate massage things. Anyway, this is interesting, we're doing that. So it's a Balinese massage parlour leaflet, whatever you want to call it. It's Balinese. It's not my cup of tea. I must admit, Bali isn't one of the countries I want to visit before I die. Not as much as I'd like. I don't know. I wouldn't want to go on my own, folks, but if I went with my future husband, Luigi, it would be fun. Maybe fun if I'm with him. I couldn't do it on my own. I can't even go to the US on my own. I've got disabilities, folks, so I'm unable to travel the world on my own. That would be too dangerous. That looks interesting. So yeah, it'd be too dangerous for me to travel by myself. I don't have the ability to remember directions, or I know we got Google Maps, but I don't know if they'd have that sort of thing in a place like Bali. But basically I'd get lost. I'd even get lost with Google in places like New York. I'm just not able to do all that sort of stuff and work out where I am and what buses or trains to catch. I wouldn't understand it, folks. It's not for me on my own, to do it on my own. But I'm trying to get my photocopier work on TV so I can find Luigi, because if I don't find Luigi, I'll never get to travel the world. Not since I travelled a little bit with my family back in 1988, when my dad was doing a business trip, but it wasn't really what I wanted. And it was a business trip after all. It wasn't actually a holiday like what most people have as a holiday. My dad was really quite stingy when it came to stuff like that. And I've never been anywhere since 1988 when I was, I think I was 15. I was 15. 1988, I was 15. And we went overseas to see my dad's work and to visit some business people that Dad was involved with. But my dad's an asshole anyway. He doesn't know what love is, and he doesn't care. And he's a bully. He's not a nice person, my dad. So he never gave us much. He gave us some good Christmas gifts. He was good at giving around Christmas and birthday, but he was never good the rest of the year, very often. Now that looks interesting. I like the cool hue that's on there, but it still looks shit. Wondering if we can use this one. This looks quite like it could be maybe a mirror image. But basically, my dad just wasn't much of a father to me. He hated my exploits as a photocopier artist, which is the real kicker in my mind as to why I hate my dad, because he hates what I do here. And that's another reason why I'm trying to get on television, is to get my dad and also my brother to apologise for hating my work, for treating it like it was folly. Now that looks shit house, folks. That looks a piece of shit. This looks better, but basically I just can't allow my past to determine my future. I can't. And I know I did some silly things myself in the past that made my dad and my brother hate me more, but it was an accident. It wasn't intended. And I just can't live with the emptiness that I feel for the foolish behaviour I exhibited when I was in my teens and 20s and further and beyond. My dad and my brother are just so mean and horrible to me. I just don't see them anymore. I don't want to see them anymore. I don't feel comfortable in their presence. I don't feel like I'm somebody. I feel like I'm worthless around them, and it really hurts to feel so worthless and to get validated as worthless, which is what I'm afraid of. So I'm not going to expose myself to any bullying hazards that I know of. So I'm not going to let them get to me. The only way I'm going to do that is not talk to them and not see them, is to keep my distance and keep silent. That there won't even be any. Now this is great. Look at this. I can enlarge that. So I don't want to add fuel to the fire of their hatred. So the only way I can envisage avoiding getting treated like shit, like I was, and to get involved in the hierarchy of being the shit kicker in the family, which is what my dad and my brother treat me as. Well, I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to stand for it. So the only way I can avoid it is simply not being around or talking to them. That includes text messages. So I'm not going to give in and be a victim. I'm not going to let myself be a fucking victim. And if they don't like it, screw them. They can go fuck themselves, and I'll fucking never talk to them again. That's how much I'm serious, folks. I'm willing to destroy my relationship between them further if they don't fucking apologise. I will. I don't care. There's nothing to lose. I've got nothing to lose in all of this, folks. I've got nothing to lose. I'm the one that's going to gain. I have to do what I have to do. I have to be who I am and what I am. I'm not going to let anyone, including my family, stop me from making a success. And I know that if I get on television, my dad and my brother will eventually say sorry. I know the coronavirus is the darling in the news channel's eye. It's the darling of TV. Oh, I've got to move it down. Oh, okay. Because this is not looking as good as I was hoping. But basically, I have to do what I have to do, folks. I have to be me. And if no one wants me to be me, they can go fuck themselves. You got to be yourselves, folks. You got to be yourselves. Oh yeah, another thing I nearly forgot to mention, very important, folks, is when they say they're sorry, they apologise, and they're really sorry, I will take it upon myself to forgive them. I will forgive them their trespasses. I am interested in forgiving them, folks. I want to put the past behind me. So the only way, so part of that is not just them apologising to me. It's about me saying, you're forgiven. You're forgiven. Unconditionally forgiven. And that's what I want. I want to fucking well forgive them. I don't want to hold this grudge forever. I don't want to have to allow my dad to die without being in good stead with myself. And my brother's got a family, including I've got a nephew from my brother, and I don't want to have to hold a grudge against my brother for too much longer if I can avoid it. Because he's got a nephew, and that nephew doesn't know his auntie very well. He doesn't know his auntie very well. Because of this fallout, he doesn't know his auntie. He doesn't know his auntie, me. He doesn't know me as his auntie much. He's seen me a couple of times, once as a baby and once in his, about how many years ago? Nearly 4 years ago. So he hasn't seen me for that long. And it's just sad that this grievance has to come between me and my own nephew. And it's just sad that we have this problem with my family. And it would be nice if things could be evened out, if things could be fixed before it's too late. He doesn't know much about me. I don't know what my brother has to say about me to him. He probably has to spin some lies about me for all I know. Maybe he says I'm sick, like I've got something wrong mentally that I don't, that sort of thing. He doesn't know. I don't know what he says about me. Maybe, I don't know. But I would like to see my nephew once again, and also my brother's wife. I currently don't have time to hang out anyway. I'm too busy getting this stuff sorted. And I'd feel really bad being around my brother and my father. I don't feel very comfortable. It really makes me feel extremely insecure. And that's really painful for me. I'm actually wondering if I should have enlarged this colourful bit even bigger. Don't know how this is going to look. But I really miss Luigi, and I know that my dad and my brother will respect me if they find that I've got a partner waiting for me, because my dad and my brother are real status people. They like status symbols and shit. Anyway, that looks interesting. I think now we can call it quits.